and running in the women's 3,000 meters. 7.5 laps of the track, and we now have the lap counter working so you can see that when they pass the finish line, they'll have 7 laps to go. Charlie Linton of Washington State is the early leader there in the crimson and cream, with 2 Bruins, including the red tresses of Rachel Brakovich there in 3rd. Jessica Cushing-Murray is in 2nd, so we have Linton, Cushing-Murray, Brakovich, the top 3. 4 Bruins in this race. Now remember, only 2 can score. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but only 2 per school can score. So this meet is going to have a lot of points. We've got our shoes off up here, and we are going to be calculating this for you as we go. In the women's javelin, we continue with the top 3 as they are, and Sabri Howry of UCLA continues at the leader. And 400 meters in 79.3. 79.3 at 400 meters. And Linton, Cushing-Murray, Brakovich, and Yamane. And those are your top 4, 1 Cougar and 3 Bruins. And they've got less than 6 laps to go now in this 3,000 meters. And coming on to the back straight here, we're in the 6th round of the men's long jump. And it appears we have Ryan Sanders of Long Beach State getting ready to go on the long jump runway. His best so far today, 22 feet, 3/4 of an inch, and that puts him in 3rd place. 2:45 flat. And 85.7 that lap for that 400 meters. And the pack is still together there. They're being towed by Linton. And when they come up here to the finish line, they're going to have 5 laps to go. And on the runway now in the long jump, it's Idris Bernard of UCLA, and so he's currently standing in 2nd place at 23.8 3/4.
Oh, here it comes. Now, see if you can get that right now. I think it. Oh, he started.
And Linton, after 1,200 meters, 4:07.7 that lap in 82.7. So the pace is fairly consistent, and the pack is still together now for and on the runway now is going to be our winner in the long jump, Willie Alexander of Long Beach State, 7 meters 37.24.2 and 1/4 in the 1st round, and here he is, Willie Alexander.
That's a long time,
And a foul there for Alexander, but how about a hand for Willie Alexander, ladies and gentlemen? 7 meters 37, 24-2, and a half in the first, 24-2 and a quarter in the first round, and he put the hammer down on the competition and was not headed. Willie Alexander of Long Beach State, the winner in the long jump. Now after 4 laps, 5:29.8, 82.1 for the 3,000 meters for Linton, but now she is starting to extend her authority here in this race, and she's taken a sizable lead here, about 5 meters. Linton, Cushing Murray of the Bruins, and Morgan Wilson of Long Beach State, of Washington State, excuse me. And Carrera of Long Beach State. So the Cougars are 1-3 here with Cushing Murray second, and the Bruins right now are 2 and 5. And at 1 meter 75 in the women's high jump, 5 feet 8 3/4. Kiana Davis of Washington State is over. Charlene Muschamp of Washington State has missed. Alexis Walker of UCLA is over, and Audrey Ketchum and Zibby Boyer of UCLA are still to try. Now after 2,000 meters, 6:51.8, 81.8 in that lap, so a little bit faster. And that's why Charlie Linton of Washington State is our leader. And the Cougars now are running 1-2 here with Linton and Morgan Wilson, and then Jessica Cushing Murray of UCLA. And less than 2 laps to go, and so Kelly Brooks of UCLA has now moved into 4th place. So we have Cougars 1-2, Bruins 3-4, 49ers 5 and 6. And going down the back straight here, this is Charlie Linton of Washington State, and she is owning this race here with a lap and a half to go. And for Linton, 2,400 meters in 8:10. That lap in 78.6. Women's long jumpers, please report. Women's long jumpers, please report immediately. Women's long jumpers, please report immediately. Thank you. Coming up to 1 lap to go now for Charlie Linton of Washington State. Charlie Linton of Washington State. And she and Wilson are running 1-2 for the Cougars here. And with a lap to go, it's 8:51.8. 8:51.8 with a lap to go. And the Cougars are running 1-2. The Bruins 3-4. The 49ers 5 and 6, and then 2 more Bruins. And look at Charlie Linton of Washington State on the back straightaway here. She is running away with this race and has owned it from start to finish. Linton of the Cougars, Wilson of the Cougars. Brooks and Cushing Murray of UCLA are 3rd and 4th. And Linton now at 2,800 meters, 9:31.7. That lap in 81.7. 81.7. And so here she comes to the finish line. And around the turn she comes. It's going to be Charlie Linton leading a 1-2 sweep here for the Cougars of Washington State, who defeated UCLA in the dual meet here last year. And Charlie Linton of Washington State coming down the home straightaway end up being a non-scorer. And then Carrera of Long Beach State, Mandel of Long Beach State, and Yamani of the Bruins. So